Okay, today I wanted to talk about level design in Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2's got to be one of my favorite games of all time. Um, it's definitely criminally underrated, in my opinion. It's such a fun game. I really wish that it was more popular than it is, but whatever. Maybe Titanfall 3 will make a bigger mark. I know the same people who did this game are doing Apex Legends, which is pretty popular right now. Maybe Titanfall 3 will come around and it'll get the shine that it deserves. But for right now, I want to talk about Titanfall 2, and I want to discuss level design. Um, it's a little bit of like fast forward what's going on in this particularly. This is the first campaign mission, which basically you play as something called a pilot.
Power
And
low.
pilots pilot
Insufficient power.
these giant mechs called Titans. Um, And I guess fast forward to what's going on
Power
right
low.
now. Uh,
Insufficient power.
as you can hear, his power's low, and I'm supposed to go and see if I can find a battery, bring it back to him, and power him up so we can move forward. So what makes pilots cool, and kind of what the game's designed around, um, is you play as a character who's like professional, or like what you are is called a pilot. They usually ride inside the Titans, but they also can go on foot when needed, which is pretty common in this game. And what makes being on foot so much fun is the abilities you have as a pilot, which includes like you have like a thruster pack. I think it's called a jump kit on your back, um, which allows you to move fast. You can wall run, you can jump further and like higher, and you can even have like a double jump, which like gives you that extra boost. And I think why they did it this way, to accommodate these abilities, Titanfall 2 made a lot of levels kind of designed around your movement and abilities. So you can get to places you normally wouldn't be able to without it. You can fight in ways you normally wouldn't be able to. And it gives you that speed and momentum to carry you through the levels however you want to. And it kind of gives you the freedom of choice with how you want to complete them, because usually there's multiple routes as well, which is really cool. So I'm going to go and demonstrate a little bit of that. This is the very beginning, so it's kind of a little bit like a tutorial telling you how to play the game. I'm just going to see if I can run through this a little fast. These little dog things. So, first up right here is kind of cool. So technically I could try to jump across, but I probably wouldn't make that. So I gotta use my wall running skill to kind of get across, and hopefully not die by those things. Kill him. So we're gonna keep going forward. And something that's also interesting to note is they kind of paint almost like leading lines where you're supposed to go. So you have these bright yellow walls that kind of signify, alright, probably need to use that to get across. So keep using that. Keep following these leading lines, or these yellow walls, to progress. So we have more of these walls. Kind of draws the line you're supposed to follow. So pretty smart level design. Simple though. So we'll keep going forward. And once you kind of get in tune to like, okay, this is how this works, it gets so much fun, like kind of figuring that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and sneak up on these guys, take them out, take those guys out, and we'll get right into the mission. So right now, like I stated before, trying to find the battery. Take this guy out. Looks like they've seen me. I guess it's pretty loud. So you also have other abilities. This is kind of a big open space, and there's a lot of guys shooting at me right now. So you can also use another piece of level design. You know, I could sit here and try to take them all out one by one, which might take a little bit. So I can pop my cloak ability, kind of sneak past a couple, get up closer, kind of towards my destination. Can even run past a lot of these guys. Keep running through. Use these leading lines right here. Get across. Get them out. Keep going. Alright, so there's another little piece that I like about this game. So I mean, I could just keep going forward, keep following the path. Normal, keep using these guns. But it kind of suggests, like, hey, you can also do this if you want to. Just pick up one of these weapons. So this is a sniper rifle. Let me go ahead and take out this guy. This is a sniper rifle. And why they give you that is as soon as you come down here, these guys, you notice these are some long sight lines right here. So can I give you a sniper rifle to you know, kind of utilize the space here, the longer gun, and it continues with that dynamic as you progress forward. Also, another thing, I just noticed these guys are shooting at something else, and sure enough, it's one of those dogs. So I'm gonna actually not shoot and let them figure it out. Just run and take them out. It's a good distraction. The dog kind of allowed me, lizard, whatever you want to call it, kind of attracted all the fire. Let me take them out. So another thing, let's see. It'd be kind of hard to hit those guys with this rifle, so I'm gonna use the sniper rifle. See if I can take care of these guys. Oh, missed him. Just took out a couple there. That's a lot of people right there. There's some grenades. But I'm gonna go ahead and use his movement abilities and the distraction of dogs and sneak past these guys. We're pretty busy with that. Just like that, snuck past them. And keep moving forward here. I love the movement in this game. Just being able to glide around fluidly, zip around the map, get to where you need to go. It's so much fun. So we're gonna crawl over here. Looks like we found our first battery. Gonna grab that, and then we're gonna bring it back to the tank. But when I was reading about level design, I remember playing this game and just being awed. There's other levels in the campaign that are just as good, but actually way better than this one. They're so much fun, but I felt that they were a little harder to explain, like what's going on in them. This is pretty simple, so I went with this. But I love just zipping around, zooming around the map. Gives you a really fun sense of speed and freedom that you don't normally get. Let's see if we can take out these guys.
Power low.
And now we'll go ahead and give him a battery.
Insufficient power.
So now he's charged up. I believe he's gonna ask me to go get
Data
another
core
one.
reinitialized. Ocular system online. Adjusting focus. Are you all right, pilot?
Can I get a little choice of dialogue? I don't think it matters too much.
Yeah. Who are you?
I am BT-7274, a Vanguard-class Titan of the Militia SRS, Marauder Corps. You may call me BT.
BT. Got it.
My systems are rebooting, but a third battery will accelerate the process. I will remain here.
So now it's searching for the last battery we're going to try to get. And I'm going to wrap this up here in a second, but I just kind of want to show the movement again one
Until
more
I
time.
am mobile, I will assist you through your helmet radio when possible.
Okay. So how are you sending us off? So we're gonna see and use kind of all the abilities that we have up to this point. So use our double jump,
All militia personnel. The IMC will grant safe
use our
passage
wall
back to
run,
the Angel City penitentiary. To all who surrender,
slide,
be wise to turn yourselves
double
in
jump
when the
again.
IMC search teams have been.
Once you get moving fast, it's so
I
addicting.
advise against turning yourself over to the IMC.
Like that
Voice
right there,
pattern
just
analysis
bouncing and
indicates they are lying.
jetting through again.
Don't worry, BT. I'm not going anywhere.
Understood, but I do recommend you move. IMC salvage teams are not far away.
I mean, I'm not leaving.
It is a common requirement for pilots to maneuver in situations without a linked Titan. Pilot, my mapping systems have been restored. The ambush of the 9th Militia Fleet has landed us far off course from our original destination. We are located in hostile territory. Be careful, we cannot stay here long.
They will track you down one by one. I ask you to come out of hiding while you still can.
So there you go. That's kind of a little bit of the little snippet of the gameplay in this game. Like I said earlier, like the later missions, they get way more complex and more detailed with the movement, and you even have to like solve some puzzles and stuff. But the missions and just how the levels are designed around your movement is so much fun. It's very intuitive. It keeps you engaged, and you know it's a little different than most shooters where it's kind of like, you know, shoot this, shoot that, keep moving forward. This is a little more like, it has more depth to it, with being able to maneuver around the map, and even have to solve, okay, like how do I get there, like how do I get to this one spot, and you just kind of glide around, do wall running, and it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun, very engaging, and keeps you pretty entertained. But I think it's a smart decision. It definitely feels like, you know, they didn't make the levels first and then just kind of threw you in with these abilities. It was like very much they had what they had in mind, and they're like, okay, we want the player to be able to use these abilities more than just it being added on. It's more so like it's part of the level. Like you need to use these abilities, and I love that. I like that. You know, you could say, you know, I don't want to use them, and you probably give yourself a little harder time. In some areas you straight up can't, but you know, when you're fighting, at least like in the area over here, you know, I could just stay on foot and run around, or you know, I could glide around on these walls right here and really utilize the movement, shoot at people, glide around. So much fun. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and you know, check this game out if you haven't already. It's so much fun, very underrated. I wish more people would talk about it. It's so good. But yeah, thank you guys.